This is the Insta360 X4, and it might just be the only action camera you'll ever need. This thing is an absolute beast. It shoots 8K 360-degree footage, so you're never gonna miss the shot, and it looks good. I was super lucky that Insta360 actually sent me this camera to use and share my thoughts with you guys. They didn't tell me anything specifically to say. They just sent me the camera and said, go to town. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to incorporate this as much as I can into whatever footage and whatever activity that I can. And because to be honest with you, I haven't been a big 360 guy. To me, they always took more work to actually produce because, okay, I shot it and yeah, I didn't miss the shot, but now I have to go reframe my shot, find it, keep keyframing everything, do it all. But that's where Insta360 changed the game. And that's what I was really excited about with this camera is their software, their editing as well, is you can just track and trace exactly what you want the camera or the viewpoint to stay on, and it's gonna track it and it's gonna look amazing. And you can do that, like I said, in 8K. And the reason why you want 8K is you are gonna reframe it. And in the past, by the time you reframe it, it wasn't that good of resolution. But now, the fact that it shoots all 360 and 8K, by the time you find the frame you want, it's gonna be in 4K or whatever it might be, depending on how wide or how much of the lens you actually use. And all the shots that I've come out with so far, I've been like, oh yeah, I can use that. I can for sure use that. And you know, in the past it'd be questionable. So far I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and they've taken all the hard work out of, like I said, trying to reframe, edit, and do all that stuff. They've got their own editor, and then you can also just use Premiere Pro natively. They've got a plugin now, so you don't have to use a third-party app. It is a third-party plugin, but it's actually from Insta360, plugging right into Premiere. They've done everything to really get people to start using these things because they're powerful, they're cool, and yeah, so I'm still getting used to it. I'm not a huge 360 guy, but I'm like, dang, this thing's pretty cool. You can shoot slower frame rates in 5.7K up to 60 frames per second, or even 4K up to 100 frames per second. And those of you that have watched my channel before, you know that I'm a sucker for some good slow motion. So being able to have slow motion capabilities in every direction, 360 degrees, is pretty sweet. You can also use just one single side of the camera as a single lens mode, and you can shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second and treat it more like a normal action cam and still get wide, super stable, and incredible looking shots. You can shoot active HDR, so everything's gonna be really well exposed from the sky, from the highlights to the shadows to the everything. It's pretty nice. And this isn't necessarily new technology, but the fact that, you know, it erases the pole, and so it almost looks like a floating camera or a third person shooting your footage for you. You've got another filmer in your pocket now. You can just hold this guy out, and if you hold it, you know, at a certain way, it sometimes you won't even know that there's a pole. And so it just looks like you've got another filmer, or you've got a drone following you. And that's what I mean when this could be like fake drone footage. In spots that you can't use a drone, it kind of look like a drone. As I mentioned, the Insta360 X4 can shoot in 8K up to 30 frames per second. In full 360 mode, you can shoot higher frame rates at 5K at 60 frames per second or 4K at 100 frames per second and get that nice slow motion. In photo mode, you can shoot 72 megapixel photos. And again, that's the full 360. So then you can crop in and get exactly the angle or the shot, or get creative and get some weird looking ones and have fun with it. And that's what I mean to say is, like, you're not gonna miss the shot, that's for sure. In 8K, you just stick the camera out there and it's gonna capture it. In 8K, you just stick the camera out there, you're rolling, and you're gonna capture it and it's gonna look awesome. And same with photos. And they want you to use this as an actual action camera. A lot of people, and a lot of times, you know, myself included, don't use this because I don't wanna ruin it. They actually included lens guards, so if you are gonna get a little bit more risky with some of your maneuvers, you can protect the actual camera lenses with these plastic lens guards, or you can even upgrade and they have nicer ones that you can purchase. But that's super cool that they included those. The camera's waterproof up to 33 feet or 10 meters. As I mentioned before, it has the invisible selfie stick effect. With the 72 megapixel photos, you can shoot up to 11K time lapses, and it's gonna make, you can reframe and do all kinds of cool, weird stuff with time lapses, which I haven't had a chance to really get anything cool to share with you guys yet, but I do plan to get some cool time lapses, and I will share those when the time's right. It's got a bigger screen on it than before, and I didn't have the X3, so for me this is normal, but I will say that the screen is enjoyable and nice to use. No complaints there. The battery is also bigger. To me, this is normal. I didn't have the X3. But I will say that it seems to last a long time, and it also seems to charge really quickly. As soon as I put on the charger, well, not as soon, but I'll be surprised. I'll come back and be like, hey, it's fully charged. I thought it would take longer. So whatever they did there, whatever battery sorcery they did on this camera, it's pretty nice. It seems to last long and it charges fast, which is exactly what you want. The stabilization is absolutely unreal. I think I've mentioned that before in this, but just to reiterate, it's crazy how good the stabilization is. Some of these trails that I took this on for mountain biking were extremely rocky, bumpy, and it looks like it's just floating. It looks so smooth. One thing that they touted on their website is the sound quality. They said, you know, not only do you get excellent 360 footage, but the 360 sound. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I actually used the 360 sound which is just the normal sound, by the way, in one of my last Instagram reels. Usually I put a song or something on it, but I was like, it sounds so good. It sounds like I'm actually there. And yeah, the sound quality is incredible. So I'm sure there's a lot of things that I'm missing and that I'm not talking about, or I'm forgetting to talk about, that I will hit on hopefully in a future video. If you guys want to know anything specifically about this camera, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will try to address it either in the comments or address it in a video coming up. So you definitely want to subscribe to my channel so you can see those videos in the future, because I will definitely be making more videos about this action camera from Insta360. Is this the only camera you need? I think it might be for a lot of people. I think that this could fit the bill. You could have a fake drone shot, you could have a selfie stick, and it's all in 8K. You could have slow motion, you could have a one-sided action cam, and you could pick which side you want to use. There's so many options, and the footage looks absolutely incredible, that I think that they did a really good job with this, and I'm excited to see what else I can come up with this thing. I'm gonna take it out and do some water sports here soon, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, nice job, Insta360. Pretty nice little action cam. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you made it this far, leave this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Subscribe, like I mentioned before. You'll see some more videos about Insta360 as well as other photo camera tips and tricks that I can share with you guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys in another video.
Oh my. Oh my.